Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys.
We play to win. Let's go!
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. Open man is Taylor, he's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Cohen. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On play action, Haskins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Shreds the tackle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Something to watch here in week one of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
51 to Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the counter, Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. It's caught by Davis. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Check 55, Mike. Go, go, go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go. Kill. 47.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. That really sets them back, a loss of 6.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 16, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check 55 to Mike. They can't hang with us.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This is the tight end Fant. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch out.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Check 31, check 31.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Haskins able to connect there with Richardson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Well, pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second down, Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 50.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his tight end Fant. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
At the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We go 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 25-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
First down, Prescott. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. As the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the lock.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down carry by Elliott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike 55, Mike 56.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now it's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Haskins on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Prescott from the gun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
Set, ready. Eight together. Here we go. Hey. All day, defense. All day.
First down, a run with Cohen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Second down, here's Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
You got nothing. What? Twin.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push on in front further. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Haskins will throw. And he finds McLaurin. The 30, 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check it back, check it back. Set up.
Now it's Haskins. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 75 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
50's a mic. 50's a mic. Big stop, D. Big stop.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Check three. Check three. We're going to 53. Kill.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game. and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Mike 50. 47. You might be getting tired of seeing more. 50's the Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
47. 50's the Mike.
Here's Fournette. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Leonard Fournette. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Let's go, fellas.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Cowboys are able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down. Defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us, all these games count.